City of Killeen will be funding 2 new positions just dedicated to fire hydrant inspections. This after a Channel 6 News investigation discovered no inspections had been happening for several years. Channel 6's Andrew Moore tells us what it took to get to this point. Good evening, Andrew.
Chris, Killeen's fire hydrants have failed first responders in times of need multiple times. Last year, it was a hydrant next to a house fire that didn't work. This year, it was a hydrant next to an apartment complex. And while the city said it restarted inspections last April, they didn't really have the staff they needed. But that is about to change. In May, Channel 6 found an email sent from the city water and sewer director to spokeswoman Hillary Shine that said the water department had been asking for a 2-person inspection crew for 6 years. They had been denied every time. We asked the mayor and multiple city council members if they had known those positions were needed, but they told me the subject had never come up. When we showed them the information we found, they said it would be brought up this year as a safety issue, but yesterday city manager Ron Olson told me that the funding was already in the budget for next year.
There'll be 2 employees added there.
And are they going to be specifically for hydrant maintenance, or is that going to be for other things?
Hydrant maintenance will be the focal point of their job.
A Killeen woman was without air conditioning for 2 weeks after the AC broke and her home warranty company refused to replace it.
Yeah, not the time of year for that, but she called Channel 6 and now the company will be paying a lot more towards her new system. Channel 6's Andrew Moore explains how he once again was able to help one of our viewers out. Hey, Andrew.
Yeah, guys, Lisa Rocho had been paying Choice Home Warranty for appliance insurance for 3 years. So when her AC went out, she thought she was covered. But last week, she said the company would only pay her $350 when a new system would cost thousands. So we asked the company to explain why she wasn't covered. Last week, Channel 6 sent the company emails that showed Orocho had maintained her AC as well as she could, and we demanded to know why they were not paying more when her total plan clearly covered AC unit breakdowns. Choice Home Warranty didn't respond for 5 days, but yesterday we got an email saying, although our coverage determination was consistent with the terms and conditions of Mrs. Orocho's service contract, in the interests of fostering customer satisfaction, we have reached an amicable resolution of this claim with Mrs. Orocho. Today, she confirmed the company is now offering a much better deal.
They're willing to give me $1,500. And I said, yes, that's fine. Channel 6 did an awesome job.
A veteran living in Milam County who was facing fines by the DA's office for making changes to a floodplain might not have to pay anything after all.
After Channel 6 got involved, it seems that office has backed off. Channel 6's Andrew Moore tells us why.
We're going to fine me $500 a day for every day that the water was backed up on her.
The Milam County DA's office was going to fine John Reed for creating an earthen embankment on his property. They thought he built something to back up water on his neighbor.
They were looking for a dam or something.
Reed had instead dug out his creek to better control the water on his land, but it seemed no one had been on the ground to see what he actually did before sending that letter. So I walked the creek and showed the video to Assistant District Attorney Kyle Nuttall in January. The result?
Hey, there's plenty more to look into and review so that we can come to a positive resolution.
They pushed back the fine deadline. Around a month later, Reed says Nuttall told him the DA's office was backing off.
He was willing to, not take it to court.
But was it for good? Well, Nuttall isn't the only one who took a second look at the situation. County Judge Steve Young also checked out the property.
You're not supposed to dam up something and back up water on your neighbor, and that's what we thought had happened, but there is no dam across the ditch.
Reed did need to retroactively apply for a permit for the work he did do, but now
I'm under the impression that no further action is to be taken.
It looks like that deadline is gone for good.
It made a tremendous difference because they realized, like I said, you're going to put the camera on them.
A Waco woman was stuck in a used car with a shaky engine and bad brakes, but after Channel 6 got involved, she got a full refund.
Yeah, Channel 6 News reporter Andrew Moore tells us how this all happened.
They gave me this car as a trade because the other one was said to be unfixable.
Shamika Kujabi was worried about this 2012 Compass before she drove it off the lot.
Started it was vibrating, and the guy Brian at Public stated that that's normal.
But the car she first bought had broken down and she needed a vehicle. Almost immediately, the Compass started to overheat. Then the windows didn't work. Then the engine started to knock. Public Automotive said to take it to a mechanic and the dealership would pay for repairs. But after several visits,
they were like, man, we're tired of this crap. We can't fix that car. That car's been condemned.
Turns out the mechanic had advised Public Automotive to get rid of the car a full month before it was traded to her and had papers to prove it. But when she told Public, they asked her to take it to a second mechanic. Tired of getting the runaround, she called us. We went over all the papers, documented the issues.
I hit my brakes right about here to stop at this stop sign.
And went back to the dealership. After asking for a statement and telling them the company would be on TV, someone called a company vice president, and when she found out what was going on, she made things happen.
They wanted to fix the car, give me my money back, and I told them I'd just take my money back and do business elsewhere.
In an emailed response, Vice President of Operations Lisa Ramsey said, "We offered a resolution to solve the issue she was having with the Jeep. She left our dealership very pleased," which was true.
Lisa did wonderful. Lisa deserves her position, Vice President.
And she was also pleased with Channel 6.
Channel 6 was the only reason it got figured out.